Друзья, всем привет! Мы продолжаем играть в Forgotten City. Я не помню, что у нас было последний раз. Помню, что мы украли сок в кульпе. Соответственно, он у нас должен быть с собой.
Salve, friend. Of course. What did you want to know? All right. See you around.
Да ладно тебе, это было прикольно. Так, нам надо спасти Юлию. Иди отсюда.
What are you doing in here? She needs the resin of a plant called silphium, but that could...
Так, это мы.
What? Quick, give it here. Yulia, you need to swallow this. Here, let me help you. Hopefully in a moment she should be able to breathe normally. That was extraordinary. How did you know she needed this exact thing and at this exact moment? Are you some kind of oracle? Look, if you don't want to tell me, I won't look a gift horse in the mouth. But no matter. That was like the gods hearing my prayers and intervening. You just saved a person's life, and you should be proud of yourself. She might even be able to thank you herself in a few moments. And maybe she can tell us who poisoned her, and who she meant when she was muttering about that snake's cruel black eyes. In the meantime, I'm happy to help you with whatever it is you need. That's a shame. Thanks again for saving Yulia's life. Apollo smiles upon you.
Отлично. Ну что ты там, давай вставай.
Oh, it's you. Sorry, I'm still a bit out of it. But thanks for trying to help me, I suppose. Was there something you wanted? Lucretia says I'm supposed to rest.
Че, иначе ты встала.
As much as I'm grateful that you tried to help me, it's just not safe for me to talk about it. Please, no more questions. The golden rule. That's the least of my worries. The gods may be cruel, but Malleolus and Claudia are far crueler. Please, just leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it. Thank you. I tried to escape, but look where it got me. I can tell you, but it's a long story. All right. I'd been here about a week when it dawned on me I'd be trapped here for the rest of my life. I could hardly breathe, and I knew I had to get out somehow. So when my new friend Aurelia offered me a secret way out, I would have done anything. And then I learned her asking price. 1,000 denarii. She was supposed to be my friend. I told her it would take me years to save up that much. So she suggested I take out a loan from Malleolus. And I did. I had to sign an agreement saying I'd work off the debt over 30 years. but I figured I'd be out of here so soon it wouldn't matter. I paid Aurelia, and she gave me her so-called way out.
Самоубийство.
Do you want to know what it was? Hemlock. Drink this, she said, and you'll be out of here in no time. Of course, I demanded my money back, but she refused. She pointed to a sign on her tavern saying, "Let the buyer beware." Then she just looked at me with those cruel black eyes and she laughed. She immediately told Malleolus I'd tried to escape without paying him back. Only he didn't seem upset or surprised at all. In fact, he just thanked her. And that's when I realized the two of them had planned the whole thing from the beginning. That's what I said to the magistrate. I went to Sentius and begged for help, but he said the law was clear. I'd signed over my labor for 30 years and there was nothing he could do. I thought about resisting too. But Malleolus said if I didn't submit, I'd break the golden rule. And I couldn't be responsible for all those deaths, so he locked me in his villa. Confiscated everything I owned as collateral, and made me wear immodest, humiliating outfits while I worked day in, day out. His wife Claudia was just as bad. She sent me to work on an endless stream of futile, demeaning tasks. I'd be on my hands and knees, scrubbing the floor clean for hours, only for her to pour slop on it and hiss, "You missed a spot." Those two took everything from me. But they forgot to confiscate one thing: my hemlock. I just wanted it to be over, but it seems I messed that up too. Should have drunk all of it. I brought it on myself. I trusted one of the most callous human beings I've ever met, and tried to swindle the other. I don't know how I could have been so stupid. When I've recovered, I expect their thug Domitius will come for me. He'll escort me back to their villa, and I'll be right back where I started. Only this time, I won't be able to lull myself to sleep at night with the thought of a permanent solution. Honestly, it would have been better if the poison had been allowed to run its course. I doubt it. It seems this is the fate the gods have chosen for me, for trying to escape, at least until someone breaks the golden rule. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad. A lot. But it doesn't matter. I made a suicide pact with Ulpius last night. He's in exactly the same position as I am. Malleolus and Aurelius set the same trap for him a month after they did it to me. He and I are in this together. He's probably already thrown himself from the bluff into Malleolus's villa by now. If so, I'd never be able to live with myself, knowing I broke my promise to him. Not as sorry as I am. Our priestess, Equitia, once told me it's the god's way of creating a city without sin. But if that's the case, then whichever god is responsible for it didn't think it through. I mean, all it really does is make bad people better at hiding their sins, and good people too frightened to stand up for themselves. I've seen Malleolus, Claudia, and Domitius make grown men cry. Romans. They don't cry easily. They've never physically hurt anyone. But the point is, they don't have to. They've got people running scared because everyone knows Malleolus is the favorite to win today's election. I doubt it. I mean, the election is today, and you've only just arrived. I just don't think there's enough time for you to do anything. I suppose we will. No. I did hear from Ulpius that she disappeared. It's very sad. She was such a lovely young woman. But I'd been locked in Malleolus's villa for months before she went missing, so I can't help you, I'm afraid. All right. Thank you.
May Apollo keep you safe.
Ove,
Да иди ты. А, не к нему. Банки домашние отключили,
Whatever are you wearing?
Ты мне больше не симпатизируешь. Точнее, я тебе.
Keep an eye out for Centella, would you?
isn't the great temple majestic?
Да что такое-то? Как стена. Ну, вообще, блин, так они грамотно придумали-то с этим. Да.
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far? That's good, in a sense. If you're not on edge, you've not been paying attention. But on the bright side, once you've been here a few months, it's slightly less terrifying anyway. We've all been where you are now. I remember when I first arrived. I used to lay awake at night contemplating the big questions. Why am I here? Is there a way out? What is the Golden Rule, and who or what is responsible for it? I still don't have any of the answers, I'm afraid. I don't think anybody does. But I'm happy to share with you what I've learned. All right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no. No. Ulpius, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him. I don't know, but it's a crime for slaves to take their own lives. And a debt bondsman isn't far off. Thank you. And please.
Let me guess. You're going to lecture me on how suicide is a crime against the Empire. I screwed up my life. That's what's wrong. I borrowed money, and when I couldn't pay it back, I wound up in debt bondage. I'll be stuck slaving away for that Culus Cumulatis Malleolus for the rest of my life. I'm out. Wherever you are, Scintilla, my love, I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no!
Мне нравится, когда такие вот.
I can't believe... I'll have to let everyone know what happened. And I guess Malleolus will have to clean up the mess in his villa. It's of his own making, after all. And I'd best pray for poor Ulpius.
Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored to have been elected your
Мамочка, ой. Это жесть. Ага. Фига. И не умер. Персонаж.
I make this solemn promise to you, good citizens, under my leadership.
Это вроде тут не было. Может, там Синтия заперта?
A day of celebration, I hereby announce a day of celebration to mark the end of an era. Yes, yes. Did you just leap into my villa from the balcony 100 feet above? That was either extremely reckless or impressively clever. Well, why have you risked life and limb to see me?
А так это этот, а я думала, тот, с которым мы вчера разговаривали, в красном. А это этот, которого лучник-то ищет, он разными глазами.
I'm Malleolus, and if it wasn't for this interruption, I'd be practicing my victory speech for the election later today.
А, тут-то Синтия, а этот, который хочет его свергнуть, точно.
I'm glad you asked. I'll finally restore freedom to this city, just as I've been promising. These good people have suffered long enough under Sentius's tyranny. By declaring there's no such thing as the Golden Rule, it's a children's fable exploited by Sentius to frighten us into submission. Wait, don't tell me you've fallen victim to that monstrous lie? The person making a claim bears the onus of proving that claim. Can you do that? Can you prove the Golden Rule is real?
А как же другие статуи?
Nonsense! There's no way you can prove that. If it was real and you'd seen someone break it, then you'd be dead already.
Ох, я бы тебя удивила. Угу.
I disagree. I'll be guided by what is best for the city's people And that means giving them the freedom to do as they wish. Surely, you're not one of those people who believes everything you read, as if a lie could be transformed into the truth by the simple act of writing it down. True, but that is simply because you are mistaken.
Бесит мне такие люди. Ладно.
I'm afraid not. We're stuck down here together, for better or worse. We're all going to have to make the best of it. You mean the children's fable? I trust you can see yourself out. Through the door this time? There's a key, just...
Спасибо. А, вот с того балкона я упала тогда. Да.
Still here?
Да, я тут, я шастаю все везде, где хочу. Я как кошка.
Still here?
Да, да. Кто там у него, интересно, рыдает? А Тульпия пропавший возлюбленный. Да хранит тебя Бог. Знай, я держался столько, сколько мог, но действия моей жизни смысл. Надеюсь лишь на то, что мы встретимся вновь в Эдеме. Это, наверное, Синти. Чего? От Юли к ее пленителям Леолу и Клавдии. Да поглотит вас проклятие, когда вы это прочтете, я уже буду мертва. Ведь смерть предпочтительнее, чем еще один день долговой кабале у вас. Пусть стервятники вечно клюют вашу печь. Жестко. А, тут Клавдия, наверное, там рыдает. Может, они эту Синтию тоже. Керамическая чернильница, кажется, чернила, сделанные из сажи с водой. Уже никто не рыдает. Я была здесь? А, нет, нет. На спину прыгнуть.
What now? She's not here. Had to carry her to Lucretia's clinic this morning. Shrine of Apollo. She was acting sick. Faking it, if you ask me. Typical. Malleolus, of course. If old man Sentius can't even protect his own daughter, how can we trust him to protect us? When Malleolus wins the election, yeah, this place will change. You won't even want to leave. You'll see. I think it's gone on long enough, and Malleolus is going to put an end to it once he's elected. Old man Sentius got you already, did he? Well, I'm not talking to people in his faction. Confituare.
Не такой, значит, этот Сентий классный. Ой, Малиол.
Isn't the great temple
of a
majestic?
degenerate mind.
Keeping an eye on things, Horatius?
As always, priestess.
Any news about Centilla, Navia, or Kabash?
No sign of any of them, I'm afraid. But we do have a newcomer. Strangely dressed woman. Pretty, though. Funny accent, too.
A traveller from a faraway land, then?
Seems that way.
Then let's make sure she feels welcome, shall we?
Of course, priestess.
Спасибо.
Ah, a fellow traveler from a faraway land. This part of my shop is off limits, even for you, my sartorial friend. Greetings, I'm Georgius. It gladdens me to see another foreigner in our midst. We must stick together, you and I. My friend, your words intrigue me more and more. But yes, very well, ask me what you will. Shh! Not so loud! What are you playing at? I must ask you to stop that at once. Have you not been told about the last attempt? Oh, then I suppose this duty falls to me. Ah, it is a long story. Of course, the first question any of us asks when we first arrive is, how do I escape? It is only natural after all. And scaling the chasm wall is out of the question, for it is simply too steep and too far. But as they say, if the wind fails, use the oars. And here the second option is to leave the way we came in, through the shaft above the bathhouse. See, the shaft is quite high, but if one gathered up enough wood, one could make a series of ladders and climb one's way out. They have. I am getting to that. There was an attempt, made by resourceful fellows who lived here some years ago. They even decided to keep records of their escape attempt for posterity. Unfortunately, as soon as they began to carry the first ladder down the hallway, they heard a godlike voice saying the entire city, and that, tragically, is where their tale ends. So it seems that to merely attempt escape is to invite the wrath of whichever god oversees this place. And so I say, it is best to not even discuss it aloud. I hope that our paths cross.
А в бане этот мужик. Пара мехов используется для задувания воздуха в топку и повышения жара.
Hey, Virgil, how much would you want to make me a bow?
For the last time, Dacius, I'm not making you a bow.
But why?
You know why.
But how am I going to defend myself against someone else with a weapon?
There are no other weapons in the city. We all went along with the magistrate's weapons ban, so it wouldn't be an issue.
That's why I've got to get in first before someone else beats me to it. of here.
Нет.
Salve, stranger, and welcome to our idyllic little slice of the Empire. I'm Dacius.
I'm afraid not. If you're desperate, I did hear that Aurelia down at the tavern claims to know of a way out, but I'm not sure I trust her.
Some people here are a little shady for my liking. Very well, another time.
Пока. Так. Опять стоит, кстати.
Help! You have to do... A man arrived in the baths. You have to do something, or he's gonna break the... Thank you. He's still in there. I have to hide. Hear what? What? We don't... Ugh.
Я хочу...
The shrine is collapsing!
А, ну вот тут вот подземелье, так сказать.
Stop right there. I'm looking for... You're right, I suppose. Do you have any last words? Ah, you'd squander your last words on an empty threat. Now it's my turn to tell you something. Once I'm done with you and Quintius, I intend, and I can think of nothing...
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Меня еще бьют, охренели, что ли? Я хочу посмотреть на сундук. Вот этот. Нет. Знаешь куда? Пеньковый. За мной идет. О. Ладно, короче. Дался мне этот сундук. В общем, друзья, я думаю, что на сегодня опять же все. Я умерла не специально, это вышло случайно. Я хотела убежать от них, но Благо у меня не было никаких там суперценных вещей. Типа противоядия, например. В общем, увидимся в следующей серии. Пока-пока.